Good evening, everyone. You got Kody Ashmore, Director of Weekly Option Strategies at Slimper Trading, here with you today for the options free video. And in this free video, what I want to do is talk to y'all about Las Vegas Sands. The reason I want to talk about Las Vegas Sands is simply because it has everything I look for in a swing trade. It has trend, it has prints, and it has a pattern. And I'm going to lay it all out right here for you, a potential trade idea if you wish to partake in it. But it is to the downside, and so let's go ahead and break it down. So, Las Vegas Sands. Why Las Vegas Sands? Well, the first thing that happened is what brought it up on my radar. The very first thing was today there was 3.4 million prints that occurred at 3670. Right? So let's take 3.4 million shares. Sorry, 3.4 million shares. And if you look at the average 30 days volume, which is 4.7 million, that is a large percentage compared to what trades on a daily basis compared to the average 30 days. Now, if we look at the daily average from the last 21 trading days, that is 164%. Now, another thing, so we know that there is volume coming into here. No, so volume is coming in. And one other thing that we need to compare it to is trend. I was like, okay, cool. So we look at the daily time frame. It is obviously kind of just going kind of down, right? Let's look at the weekly time frame. All right. So a few things to note here is it's basically below its 200-day SMA. It rallied up to its 50-day SMA, and it's kind of messy here, right? I drew a trend line from these highs all the way down, which is where we're consolidating. And this is on a weekly time frame. And you can see Las Vegas Sands follows trend lines. This trend line has been respected the whole time. And you see it's kind of this falling wedge. Now, how I am viewing this is it's come down to this base on the weekly time frame, rallied up to its weekly 50-day SMA, has been consolidating, and looks like it wants to roll back over to these lows. Now, why do I think it wants to roll over to these lows? Well, basically, for one, the trend is lower, right? We go into the daily time frame. Oops, let's fix that. The daily time frame is right here, as it's just been oscillating near the 200-day SMA and can't quite break out above that trend line. You see it had its chance to break out right here, but it didn't. It gapped up and failed. Sellers came in and took it out. And then today it also gapped up to that level, came in and sold off. And you could also look at this in way of thinking, okay, well, that's prints coming in off of a potential little flag pattern. And in that case, you were absolutely correct. That could be what it looks like. But I'm going to go with the direction of trend. And the direction of trend is to the downside based off of the weekly time frame. And also, if you're a fan of the squeeze, it is simply in a bearish squeeze near the 21 EMA, looking like it wants to fire lower. And there's one other good key aspect to this setup that I really enjoy to find when it comes to finding prints, pattern, and a trend. So it also has a selling into resistance setup right here, right? So we have rallied up to this resistance line, which is this trend line. And it's been oscillating here at this trend line by the 200-day SMA. And then guess what? We have two bearish engulfing candles right here against resistance. So where's the first one? Here's one. That's these two candles. So it had its chance to break out there. We had a bearish engulfing candle against resistance. But wait, there's more. It did it again. Another bearish engulfing candle pattern right here, which is a bullish candle followed with a gap up, and it engulfs the prior day's candle right here. But add one more thing, it's on significant volume. Now, if you have more questions about bearish engulfing patterns, things of that nature, well, let me point you to one more place. This is my super cool Instagram. If you feel like it, you can go ahead, go give me a follow. Just on Instagram, look up Active Profits. And what I want to show you right here is, boom, bearish engulfing candle. See, it looks right here. So we have our bullish candle. We get our gap up, breaks it down. And then long story short, I break down oops, go back. I break down the entire trade setup, right? But the point is I have the entire candlestick formation broken down right here. And there's more to this. To be honest, I don't know how to change the photos on the computer. So yeah. But yeah, if you want more of that, these type of information, like I have all kinds of candlestick patterns right here, and I'm trying to get a little bit more active on it. But nonetheless, you can see, all right, so this candlestick pattern looks awfully a lot like this one and this one. All right, so that's, I think I beat up the bearish engulfing pattern enough. So let's go over the setup one more time and how you can play it. Now, so like I said, the setup, we have prints, that's relatively large, so it's average 30-day volume, against resistance. This resistance is on a weekly time frame, so it is a larger time frame resistance based off the weekly time frame, and price is just oscillating near the 50-day SMA on the weekly time frame, so the weekly 50 SMA, and it's looking like it wants to potentially roll back over. So that's the larger time frame. Daily time frame, consolidating with a bearish engulfing candle on above average volume. Now, where am I wrong? That's what I love about these type of setups. I know I'm wrong if price gets back above this high volume candle, right? And then at that point, if it does, just flip your position and go bullish. So it looks like selling into resistance. Nope, I'm wrong. Stop out. Okay, go bullish. Because nonetheless, this is a lot of volume coming into one spot. But I'm just going short because the squeeze is going short. The weekly trend is to the downside. And so I think the stack or the odds are formed to go lower. But if I'm wrong, I have my line in the sand where I'm wrong, which is right here. All right. So I hope you found this video helpful. And like I said, if you want to check out more of my stuff, I put some stuff on my little Insta right here, Active Profits, with this regularly handsome young man. But thank you very much for everyone for watching. Remember, LVS, let's take it down. All right, everyone have a great night, and I'll see y'all on the next one.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me